Have you ever felt the need to share everything with everyone, only to find yourself drained and vulnerable? In a world that encourages us to broadcast every details of our lives, there's a profound strength in embracing secrecy. In today's video, we'll explore why keeping certain things to yourself can empower you, protect your peace, and deepen your connection with God. Stay with us as we uncover the hidden power that lies in what you choose not to reveal. This could change the way you live your life. Welcome to the channel. We're so glad you're here. We love you, and God bless you more. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update or new video from us. Stay connected and be the first to watch our latest content.
Hey Sarah, how was the service today? It was really amazing. I'm so glad you invited me. Every time I come, I feel like I get something new out of it. Today's message really spoke to me, especially when Pastor talked about faith during difficult times. I felt so encouraged, like it was exactly what I needed to hear. I'm so happy to hear that. It's always great when the message really connects with you. I've been praying that you'd feel at home here. Thank you, Lily. I really do feel welcomed here. The community is so warm and supportive. It's been a blessing coming to this church. That's wonderful. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Hey, since we're talking, I was wondering, do you want to hang out later today? Maybe grab a coffee or something? I don't usually go out like that, but I think I will today. Spending some time together sounds nice. Great. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really glad we decided to hang out today. It's nice to just relax and chat like this. I feel the same way. It's good to spend time together outside of church and just talk. You know, it's funny how quickly we've become friends. I feel like I can really open up to you. I'm glad you feel that way, Sarah. I feel the same. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to share with you, something personal. Oh, what is it? Well, during a time when I was really ignorant and lost, I got into some bad habits. I was into alcohol and drug addiction. It was a dark period in my life, and it took the grace of God to help me overcome it. Wow, Lily. That's really heavy. I'm so sorry you went through that. I hope you're not struggling with it anymore. No, it's all behind me now. It's a thing of the past, thank God. I've been clean for years, and I've found so much strength and peace in my faith. I'm really glad to hear that. You've come such a long way, and I admire your strength. Thanks. What I just told you, nobody else knows about it. I kept it all hidden because I was committing the sin in secret. I'm sharing it with you because I trust you, but it's not something I talk about openly. I understand. Thank you for trusting me with this. Your story is safe with me, and I'm here for you. I hope I won't regret trusting her. I think we should consider reaching out to the community more actively. Maybe we could organize a weekly outreach program, something that really connects with people who might not normally come to church.
Excellent.
Well, that's an interesting idea, but I think it's important to focus on strengthening our current ministries first. We don't want to spread ourselves too thin. I get that, but I really believe we can do both. If we plan it carefully, we can manage both our existing programs and a new outreach effort. It's about maximizing our impact. You know, Lily, I'm not sure why you were pushing this so hard. It's almost like you were trying to prove something. Like back in your drug addiction days when you used to think you had all the answers. Ah.
All right, I think this is a good place to adjourn the meeting. Let's all take some time to pray and reflect on what's been discussed. Lily, could you see me at home after this meeting?
Okay, sir.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about what happened in the meeting. I think bringing up Lily's past like that was really out of line. It's not something we should be discussing in that context.
I disagree. Lily was dominating the conversation, and I felt like she needed to be put in her place. Sometimes people need a reality check, especially if they're acting like they have all the answers.
But why bring up her past? It was personal and painful. It's not fair to use it against her in a meeting.
Well, I thought it might help her see that she's not always right and that she shouldn't act so superior. I needed to break her wings a bit.
Break her wings? That sounds harsh. How did you even know about her past?
A member I brought to the church, Sarah, told me about it. I thought it was relevant since Lily was so adamant about her ideas.
I still think it was inappropriate. It's important to address issues, but we should do it with respect and sensitivity.
How are you feeling after the meeting?
I'm feeling really bad. I found out that a new member I brought to the church told someone about my past. It was brought up during the meeting, and it was really hurtful.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's important to remember that it's not always wise to share everything about yourself with others. Sometimes, knowing too much about someone's past can lead to situations like this.
I didn't realize that. I guess I didn't guard my heart properly.
Yes, it's crucial to understand when to share and when to keep certain things private. It's about finding the right balance and knowing the right time to speak or remain silent. Secrecy can be a powerful aspect of spiritual strength and wisdom when practiced with discernment. Here's how. 1. Guarding one's heart. Guarding one's heart is a crucial principle in the Christian walk, rooted deeply in the Bible and vital for maintaining personal integrity and emotional stability. The concept of guarding one's heart encompasses not only safeguarding one's innermost thoughts and feelings, but also managing what is shared with others. By keeping certain aspects of our lives private, we protect ourselves from potential harm and maintain a sense of emotional balance that is essential for spiritual health. Consider the story of Joseph in the Old Testament. Joseph was favored by his father, Jacob, which incited jealousy among his brothers. His dreams of greatness and his subsequent rise to power in Egypt were part of a divine plan, but Joseph's journey was fraught with betrayal and hardship. Early in his life, Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery, a traumatic event that could have led him to be bitter and exposed. However, Joseph learned to navigate his circumstances with discretion and wisdom. He chose to guard his heart by not revealing his pain and frustrations openly, which enabled him to rise above the betrayal and maintain his integrity. Joseph's experience teaches us the importance of guarding our hearts. By keeping his innermost feelings private, Joseph avoided the pitfalls of open conflict and unnecessary drama. This discretion allowed him to maintain emotional stability and focus on his responsibilities, ultimately fulfilling his role in God's larger plan. His ability to guard his heart and manage his personal revelations was key to his resilience and success. In practical terms, guarding one's heart means being selective about what we share and with whom. When we disclose personal struggles or sensitive information to others, we risk having that information used against us, intentionally or unintentionally. For example, in today's world, oversharing personal struggles on social media or in public forums can lead to misinterpretations, judgment, or even exploitation. By keeping certain aspects of our lives private, we shield ourselves from potential harm and maintain control over our personal narrative. Furthermore, guarding one's heart helps to avoid unnecessary conflicts. Just as Joseph chose not to confront his brothers with his grievances, we too can benefit from discretion in our interactions. Instead of airing grievances or disclosing sensitive details that might provoke conflict, we can focus on constructive dialogue and peaceful resolutions. This approach not only helps to maintain our emotional stability, but also fosters healthier relationships. Ultimately, guarding one's heart aligns with biblical wisdom, such as Proverbs 4:23, which states, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." This verse highlights the centrality of our hearts in shaping our actions and interactions. By keeping our hearts protected through discretion and careful sharing, we safeguard our integrity, avoid unnecessary conflict, and cultivate a sense of emotional stability that supports our spiritual journey. 2. Fostering trust. Fostering trust through discretion and appropriate sharing is a foundational aspect of building strong, respectful relationships. In both personal and communal settings, the way we handle sensitive information and choose what to disclose plays a crucial role in how we are perceived and valued by others. The Bible offers profound insights into this practice, exemplified vividly in the story of King David and Jonathan. King David and Jonathan's friendship is a remarkable example of how discretion fosters trust and respect. Despite being the heir to the throne, Jonathan, the son of King Saul, recognized David's anointing by God and chose to support him, even though it meant relinquishing his own claim to the throne. Their bond was characterized by mutual respect, loyalty, and a deep sense of trust, rooted in their ability to confide in and support one another while maintaining discretion. One of the most telling instances of their trust is found in 1 Samuel 20. Jonathan, aware of his father Saul's intent to kill David, took great care to protect David by devising a plan to alert him of the danger without exposing the secret to Saul or other members of the court. Jonathan's discreet handling of this sensitive information not only preserved David's safety, but also strengthened their bond. David knew he could trust Jonathan implicitly, and this trust was built upon Jonathan's ability to share crucial information while respecting the confidentiality of their agreement. This relationship teaches us the importance of discretion in fostering trust. When individuals share only what is appropriate and necessary, they demonstrate respect for others' privacy and establish themselves as reliable confidants. This creates an environment where people feel safe to confide in and trust one another. Discretion shows that we value the trust placed in us and are committed to honoring it. In contrast, a lack of discretion can erode trust quickly. For instance, if someone were to indiscriminately share private details about others, it could lead to breaches of confidence and damage relationships. People are less likely to open up or seek support if they fear their personal information will be mishandled or disclosed inappropriately. Consider the modern example of a professional setting. A manager who maintains discretion about sensitive employee issues, such as performance concerns or personal challenges, demonstrates respect and builds a trustworthy reputation. Employees are more likely to confide in and respect a manager who handles confidential matters with care, knowing that their privacy is valued and protected. By sharing appropriately and exercising wisdom in our interactions, we build a foundation of trust that is essential for meaningful and respectful relationships. This approach not only enhances our personal and professional connections, but also aligns with biblical principles of integrity and respect. As Proverbs 11:13 states, "A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret." This verse underscores the value of being someone others can rely on, someone who fosters trust through careful and considerate communication. 3. Preserving humility. Preserving humility by keeping personal struggles and victories private is a significant practice in maintaining a balanced and sincere faith. This approach helps prevent the pitfalls of pride and allows individuals to seek personal growth and healing without the need for external validation. The Bible provides profound insights into this practice through the life of Job. Job, a figure renowned for his unwavering faith, offers a compelling example of how humility can be preserved through discretion. Job experienced immense suffering and loss, his wealth, his health, and his family. Despite his intense personal agony, Job did not seek to broadcast his suffering for sympathy or admiration. Instead, he endured his trials with remarkable patience and humility. In the book of Job, we see that Job's friends came to visit him, initially to offer comfort. However, their conversations quickly turned into a debate about the reasons for his suffering. Job, though deeply troubled and seeking answers, did not use his plight as a platform to gain validation or sympathy from them. Instead, he wrestled with his grief and questioned his situation in a manner that was ultimately aimed at understanding God's purposes rather than seeking pity. Job's story is illustrative of the value in maintaining humility through personal struggles. By not broadcasting his difficulties or seeking validation, Job preserved his integrity and kept his focus on seeking understanding and growth. His humble approach allowed him to grow spiritually and deepen his relationship with God, rather than being distracted by the desire for external approval. Similarly, when it comes to personal victories, discretion can be equally important. For instance, consider how Jesus handled his own miracles and successes. In Matthew 9:30, after healing 2 blind men, Jesus instructed them sternly, "See that no one knows about this." Jesus' instruction to keep his miracles private demonstrates a clear understanding of the dangers of seeking praise and the importance of humility. His focus was on serving others and fulfilling his mission rather than seeking accolades or personal glory. In a modern context, maintaining humility through discretion can be seen in how we handle personal achievements and challenges. For example, a successful professional might choose to keep their achievements private, focusing on their work rather than seeking external recognition. This approach helps prevent the development of pride and keeps their motivations aligned with personal growth rather than public approval. It also allows for genuine reflection and continued development without the distractions of external validation. By keeping personal struggles and victories private, individuals can avoid the trap of pride and remain focused on their inner growth and healing. This approach fosters a sense of humility and integrity, reflecting the biblical principle of valuing one's relationship with God and personal development over the pursuit of external validation. In essence, preserving humility through discretion is about maintaining a sincere and balanced perspective on one's life experiences. Job's endurance through suffering and Jesus' avoidance of public acclaim both illustrate the profound benefits of humility. By focusing on personal growth and maintaining discretion, individuals can foster a deeper, more authentic relationship with themselves and with God, ensuring that their journey remains genuine and undistracted by the need for external recognition. 4. Cultivating focus. Cultivating focus through secrecy is a profound way to ensure that one's attention remains centered on spiritual growth and the mission of faith, rather than getting sidetracked by personal anecdotes or past issues. This practice helps individuals maintain their primary focus on God's work and purposes, allowing them to live out their faith with clarity and purpose. The Bible offers a compelling illustration of this principle through the life of Moses. Moses, one of the most significant figures in biblical history, provides an exemplary model of how maintaining a focus on God's mission is essential for spiritual leadership and personal growth. From his early life, Moses was chosen by God to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and into the Promised Land. However, his journey was fraught with personal challenges and significant responsibilities, which he managed with remarkable discretion and dedication. One crucial aspect of Moses' story is how he handled his personal background and past issues. For instance, Moses' early years in Pharaoh's palace and his subsequent flight to Midian after killing an Egyptian were pivotal events in his life. Despite these dramatic personal experiences, Moses did not let his past define his mission or distract from his focus on God's plan. Instead, he embraced his role as God's chosen leader with a clear sense of purpose, prioritizing the spiritual and practical needs of the Israelites over his personal history. In Exodus 3, when Moses encounters God in the burning bush, he is called to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Despite his initial hesitation and self-doubt, Moses focuses on God's call rather than his personal inadequacies or past mistakes. This focus on God's mission rather than his own background allowed Moses to lead with conviction and clarity. His secrecy about his personal struggles and past issues helped him maintain a clear focus on the divine purpose he was meant to fulfill. Similarly, in the New Testament, Jesus exemplified this principle of focus through his ministry. Despite the many challenges and distractions, Jesus remained steadfast in his mission to preach the gospel and bring about God's kingdom. He often withdrew to quiet places to pray and seek God's guidance, maintaining his focus on his divine mission rather than being sidetracked by the praise or criticism of others. For instance, in Mark 1:35, after a day of healing and teaching, Jesus went to a solitary place to pray. This moment of secrecy and solitude was crucial for him to realign with God's purpose and maintain his focus. Even as he performed miracles and faced public attention, Jesus kept his ultimate focus on his mission and the fulfillment of God's will. In a contemporary context, cultivating focus through secrecy can be seen in how individuals manage their personal and spiritual lives. For example, a person deeply involved in charitable work or ministry might choose to keep their personal achievements or challenges private, ensuring that the focus remains on the work itself rather than on personal accolades or past issues. This practice helps them stay dedicated to their mission and maintain a clear sense of purpose, free from distractions and external validation. 5. Respecting others. Respecting others by honoring the confidentiality of their shared experiences is a fundamental aspect of fostering mutual respect and understanding in any community. This practice is not only a cornerstone of effective and empathetic relationships, but also a reflection of deep moral and spiritual principles. When we handle others' personal disclosures with care and discretion, we create a supportive environment where trust can flourish, and authentic connections can be built. To illustrate this, consider the story of the Apostle Paul and his relationship with the early Christian communities. Paul, formerly known as Saul, underwent a dramatic transformation from a persecutor of Christians to one of the most influential apostles of the early church. His journey from zealot to preacher was filled with personal struggles, profound revelations, and intricate relationships with the nascent Christian communities. In his letters to the various churches, Paul often shared personal insights and encouragement, offering wisdom and guidance. However, Paul was also deeply respectful of the personal matters shared with him by others. For instance, in 2 Corinthians 12, Paul speaks about a thorn in the flesh, a personal struggle he does not fully disclose but mentions to illustrate a point about humility and divine grace. Paul's decision to keep this struggle somewhat ambiguous reflects his respect for the confidentiality of personal suffering and his focus on the broader message of faith rather than personal detail. Paul's approach highlights a key aspect of respecting others, maintaining the confidentiality of personal experiences. When individuals share their struggles or vulnerabilities, they entrust us with a part of their inner lives, often seeking support, understanding, or guidance. By respecting this confidentiality, we honor their trust and contribute to a community where people feel safe and valued. Respecting others' confidentiality fosters an environment of mutual respect. When people know their personal matters will be handled with care, they are more likely to engage openly and authentically. This creates a space where individuals feel free to share their experiences without fear of judgment or misuse. In such environments, relationships are strengthened, and a genuine sense of empathy and support develops. Furthermore, respecting confidentiality is crucial in spiritual communities where members often seek guidance and support. For example, in a church setting, when individuals confide in their pastors or small group leaders about personal struggles, their confidentiality is paramount. Leaders who respect this confidentiality build trust and create a nurturing environment where spiritual growth can occur freely.
I see that now. I didn't fully understand the importance of discretion and timing. I'll definitely be more mindful of it in the future.
Good.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.